Hi, I'm Kamala Harris, current Vice President of America. Well, I'm running to be the president now because Nancy and the DNC gang told the withered old nutsack President Poopy Pants to step aside, and I was next in line, like oh my god. Life can be hard on your knees. Whether you're a cackling idiot that needs to get ahead, a DEI candidate, or just someone who likes to clap like a dysfunctional walrus. That's why the Biden Glide family of products created this new product called Open Wide and Smile Like a Donut Love Pads. Our patented, thick and cushy technology provides unparalleled protection for all your knee-intensive activities, and trust me, my campaign is learning directly from yours truly in a class. Say goodbye to rug burn, floor burn, and carpet stains on your favorite suit pants. I can now make sure I use my smiling like a donut talents to rise through the political scrotum pole called Washington, D.C. But wait, there's more. Order now and get the Biden Glide exclusive Love Pad lubricant absolutely free. Open wide and smile like a donut love pads are perfect for angry district attorneys, enthusiastic donut smiles for lobbyists, intense boss convincing sessions, destroying other marriages to get ahead in life, and any other activities that require prolonged kneeling. Don't let knee pain slow you down. With Open Wide and Smile Like a Donut Love Pads, you can go all night, campaigning, of course. Available in leather, lace, or discreet beige. And for our more adventurous Biden Glide customers, try our new 50 Shades of Grey collection. Open wide and smile like a donut love pads, because my term is too short for sore knees. Warning, may cause excessive confidence in bedroom acrobatics. Helmet and waivers recommended. Not responsible for noise complaints from colleagues or unexpected pregnancies.
In the depths of our darkest hours, when the world seems to crumble around us, we often find ourselves standing at a crossroads. One path leads further into the abyss, while the other leads towards a light so distant, so faint, that we question its very existence. But it's there. And today, we embark on a journey to find it. Let's not sugarcoat our reality. Life can be cruel, indifferent, and at times, utterly devastating. We've all felt the sting of failure, the crushing weight of disappointment, and the cold embrace of loneliness. Some of us have stared into the void of despair, questioning our very purpose in this vast, uncaring universe. You're not good enough. You don't deserve happiness. Give up, it's easier that way. These poisonous whispers seep into our minds, corroding our self-belief, eating away at our dreams until we're left hollow, shadows of who we could be. But I'm here to tell you, this darkness, this pain, this struggle, it's not the end of your story. It's the beginning. In our weakness, we find our strength. In our failures, we discover resilience. Every scar, every setback, every moment of doubt, these are not your shame. They are your battle wounds, proof that you faced life's storms and survived. The world tries to break us, to mold us into compliant cogs in a machine that cares nothing for our individual worth. It wants us to accept mediocrity, to silence the voice inside that yearns for greatness. But we refuse. We reject the easy path of conformity and choose the harder road of self-discovery and growth. The darkest night eventually gives way to dawn. But dawn doesn't simply happen to us. We must actively seek it, fight for it, create it within ourselves. Within each of us burns a flame. For some, it's a roaring inferno of ambition and drive. For others, it's a flickering ember, nearly extinguished by life's hardships. But no matter how small, that flame remains. It is the essence of who you are, the potential of who you can become. This fire is your truth. It's the dreams you've hidden away, the passions you've neglected, the person you see when you close your eyes and imagine your best self. Society may try to douse this flame, but only you have the power to extinguish it or to fan it into a blaze that will light your way through the darkest of times. Every moment of every day, we face a choice. Do we succumb to fear, to doubt, to the crushing weight of expectations? Or do we rise, fueled by an unshakable belief in our own potential? The easy choice is to give in, to accept defeat, to let the darkness win. But you're not here for the easy choice, are you? No. You're here because deep down, beneath the layers of hurt and disappointment, there's a part of you that refuses to be broken. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is optional. The hardships you've endured, the obstacles you face, these are not punishment. They are the forge in which your character is tempered, your resolve strengthened. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback, an opportunity. Every moment of darkness is a chance to shine even brighter. But this transformation doesn't happen by accident. It requires conscious effort, unwavering determination, and the courage to face your deepest fears. You are the hero of your own story. Not a flawless, invincible hero, but a real one, scarred, imperfect, yet unyielding in your quest for growth. Your journey isn't about reaching some idealized version of success. It's about becoming the fullest, most authentic version of yourself. This journey will demand everything from you. It will strip away your illusions, challenge your beliefs, and push you to your limits. But with each step, with each obstacle overcome, you'll discover strength you never knew you had. In this moment, right here, right now, you have a choice. You can continue as you have been, letting life happen to you, a victim of circumstance. Or you can take control, seize your destiny with both hands, and forge a path towards the light. This choice isn't made once. It's made every day, every hour, every minute. In the face of fear, choose courage. In the grip of doubt, choose belief. When tempted by complacency, choose growth. Your journey towards the light isn't just about you. As you transform, as you overcome your inner darkness, you become a beacon for others. Your courage inspires. Your resilience gives hope. Your growth shows others what's possible. By choosing to rise, by refusing to let the darkness define you, you create ripples that extend far beyond your own life. You become living proof that no matter how dark the night, dawn always comes for those who persevere. The path ahead won't be easy. There will be days when the light seems impossibly far away, when the weight of your past threatens to drag you back into the abyss. But remember this, you are stronger than your fears, more resilient than your doubts, and capable of greatness beyond your wildest dreams. The darkness cannot hold you unless you let it. The light you seek isn't some distant, unreachable ideal. It's within you, waiting to be unleashed. So rise up. Face your demons. Embrace your struggles. Let the fire within you burn away the shadows of doubt and fear. Step by step, day by day, choice by choice, forge your path towards the light. Your story isn't over. In fact, the most incredible chapters are yet to be written. And you, yes, you, are holding the pen. What will you write?
Nigga, I'ma go to work. 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 Still game tight, nigga. Got it from my daddy, sensitive fag, niggas. Rolling in the Jag, I'm sitting in mad, nigga. Feel I'm talking to your boy, I'm spitting at that nigga, yeah. So tell me how you think it feel. Writing the verse in the cell, walking through the valley in the shadow with the death, still flirting with the devil whenever getting a meal. Feeling left out, hurt and neglected, working with acceptance, I accept it. While back turned up, real reckless, I had an time to sit it down, straight checked it. Mask up with the hoodie on the low. Plugging with Spank Boogie from the gold. This a shy last nigga, so get out of line, nigga. Don't be looking, don't be eyeing down me and my nigga, yeah. Crack comes right before the destruction. Trust this, I'm prepared for the fall. Hit a stain, hit a lane, yeah, you only live once. Then we right back to the hood, then we tear down the mall. Rob your worker for work, get back work for your worker to work. Try me, get murked with the jerk. Show the dumb jerk that the gun worked and dispersed with the merch. Then we dirt with the hearse. Nigga, I'ma go to work. Nigga, I'ma go to work. Nigga, I'ma go to work.
Well, it's time for me to go to work.
Nigga, I'ma go to work.
Hope you guys are all had a wonderful weekend, especially this wonderful Sunday that we have going on right now. Let me tell you. Well, after I told you all that I was going to be doing this video and basically kind of going over everything that I went over on Friday, I thought it was important to kind of shed some light into some other things that are going to be mentioned throughout this video here. One of it is unrealized losses. The unrealized losses that these UBS, for example, because that's specifically what we're going to be going over, they're really just rolling all this over into a hold to maturity bond, which I don't know why. Like, I really don't know why. It's basically saying, well, you know what? We know it's bad. We know how terrible this looks, but let me get the crank on the side of my hand and do bing, and there's the middle finger. Like, we don't care. We got somebody that's going to sit there and going to listen to whatever we tell them. As long as we tell them this is what's happening, we're okay. I am so sick and tired of just thinking that they just have free reign, free pass to get whatever the fuck they please. And the support for all of this is sitting above in an office that's shaped like an oval. And this whole entire party is all aboard with it. It explains a lot when it comes to some of the policies that envisioning that can be made, like price stoppages, for example, on groceries. I don't know if you really want to do that. I mean, that's basically just saying, hey, let me handcuff myself and let's go ahead and introduce communism or socialism. Now, if you introduce those things, this is the bad part about it. Whatever debt the government has, guess what? You got it too. It is all based upon that merry-go-round of, hey, whatever our debts is, are your debts. So let's go ahead and let's take more money. Let's go ahead and steal that more money, because you know what? We have to as of this point, because we don't have a way out. You do have a way out. That's the best part. The best part of it is to make it all burn and start fresh. Come up with another way to introduce an economy, because you need to as of this point. This is so corrupt that, I mean, it's bad. It's bad. And there's certain visions that are being portrayed that, oh, well, if this person gets in or if the orange man gets in, it's going to be dictatorship. No, ladies and gentlemen, no, it's not. It is built upon a republic. And that's what he is envisioning for America, is a republic. We are not a democracy. We don't want to be a democracy. A democracy is the quickest way to a monarchy. I don't want to have one individual ruler. I would like to have a collective group of people that basically go ahead and here's the idea, let's vote on it. And make sure that everybody has their vote in and has an opinion of where this country can go. Because what we're seeing right now is the complete and vast opposite of it. I'm going to show you some things also in this where the Bank of Japan and I guess the United States, our Federal Reserve, has a schedule of when the USD is going to get released for purchasing parties. I'm going to show you that. And so the conversion of all of this, and I guarantee you've heard this from every avenue, up, down, left, right, forward, back, and start. And I'm going to tell you right now, USD to Japan does not get transferred over book to book. It does not work that way. What it does is it has to go somewhere. And what they are doing, so this way, they have the ability to print out the yen. They're going ahead and attaching USD to the counterparties that are purchasing this. This is why they're able to cover their margins. This is why you don't have large marge calling. Plain, simple, done. There's no other excuse. There's no other way that can happen. So when people are saying that, oh, well, they can be converted into this, or we can do this, or we could do this, or it's being put onto the back end into an offshore account. No, that is not correct. What is correct is how are these banks, how are your hedge funds, how are your family offices able to avoid margin calls? And the only way that they're able to do so is by having this USD that's being used to print out the yen is being purchased by the banks, your hedge funds, your family offices. This way they have the liquidity to be able to do so. But I'll show you the schedule of it so that you all understand, hey, this is how it works. These are the exact dates of when this is supposed to happen. Because it's nice and convenient for all of you. So, without further ado, AMC, UBS Magic, and the Bank of Japan's money printer go brrr in 2024. Welcome, AMC apes and the Mean Basket family. Step right up to the greatest financial spectacle of our time. Welcome to the 2024 Global Financial Circus, where the laws of economics are bent, broken, and turned inside out for your viewing pleasure. In this thrilling expose, we're diving headfirst down the rabbit hole. For high finance, where billions vanish faster than a magician's rabbit, and central banks conjure money with a wave of a digital wand. Buckle up, because we're about to take you on a wild ride through the funhouse mirrors of modern banking. In our main event, we have two heavyweight contenders. In the red corner, weighing in at a whopping 1.7 trillion Swiss francs, we have UBS, the Houdini of high finance. Watch in awe as they make billions disappear from their balance sheet and reappear in places you would never expect. Marvel at their death-defying feat of swallowing Credit Suisse whole without so much as a hiccup. And in the blue corner, tipping the scales of an eye-watering 29 trillion yen. That's a cool 193 billion for your dollar-minded folks. We have the Bank of Japan, the world's most prolific money printer. Witness as they flood the market with more yen than there are stars in the sky, all at the desperate attempt to keep Japan's economy from doing a triple backflip into recession. But wait, there's more. We'll be translating those mind-boggling yen figures into a good old American greenback. Because, let's face it, nothing says holy moly quite like seeing these numbers in a world's reserve currency. As we journey through the financial wonderland, we'll uncover The mysterious case of UBS's vanishing of 3.58 billion, more perplexing than a magic trick David Copperfield has attempted. The Bank of Japan's death-defying high wire act, balancing a tightrope of quantitative easing while juggling trillions in yen. A side-by-side comparison of the 2008 financial crisis and our current predicament, because who doesn't love a good then versus now showdown? So grab your popcorn, my fellow apes and mean basketeers, and prepare to have your minds blown. We're about to witness financial acrobats so spectacular, they'll make the Wolf of Wall Street look like a puppy of Main Street. Remember, in this circus, the clowns wear suits and the tightrope is made of fiat. So let's start with our friends at the Swiss Bank at UBS, shall we? It's Q2 2024, and UBS has just pulled off a magic trick that would make David Copperfield green with envy. Their reported profits that are more than double what Wall Street expected. The crowd goes wild. The algorithms are doing backflips, but hold your applause, because when we peek behind the curtain, things get cursier and curiouser and curiouser. While other banks are crying a river over billions in losses, UBS reports a paltry 95 million in credit loss expenses. That's right. In a world where financial institutions are hemorrhaging money faster than a stabbed monopoly bank, UBS has apparently discovered a magical shield against bad loans. But wait, there's more. They pulled off a banking equivalent of a perpetual motion machine, earning 9.32 billion in interest income while paying exactly 9.32 billion in funding costs. Talk about cutting it close. They're walking a tightrope so thin it makes a human hair look like a suspension bridge. I bring you over to the UBS Group AG interim consolidated financial statement. This is an unaudited financial statement. If you're looking at this, we are going ahead and I want you to look at the interest income from financial instruments right over here. This is all done in millions. Here's your 9.32 right there. Funny, whatever has to be paid out is the exact same amount. So, at that moment that makes you go, why? And then all of a sudden, you start seeing these other numbers. And it's just, you literally are just sitting there scratching your head to say, all your net profit and is this? Wait a minute. Something's not right here. Something is absolutely not right here. So, but the real magic happens when we dig deeper. There's about 3.58 billion of interest revenue that simply vanished into thin air. Poof, it's gone. Don't worry though. UBS has it all under control with their 95 million set aside for expected credit losses, because when you're missing billions, millions will definitely do the trick. It's like trying to plug a leak in the Hoover Dam with a wad of chewing gum. Just doesn't happen. So you're sitting here and you're trying to hide this money. Evidently there's something somewhere that you're trying to hide. You don't want anybody seeing this. So either that or you go into explanation about it. So here are your net interest income. And so here's that 9.32. Funny. Hey, here's that 9.3319. We'll just say 9.32. Wait, how do you pay it and then you have to pay it off? How are you where's this money that you're just magically getting out of thin air? Where are these millions that you are supposedly holding on to, especially when you have X amount of money that's off of one set amount, $1.5 billion. And then you have this other amount, which is $1.081 billion that you're paying the exact same amount of money for, but yet still have this. Huh? Funny. So you're paying the same exact amount, but this is the amount that's missing. Where's the explanation? Oh, well, for the first time ever in the last 10 years, you get a wonderful note. And it says right here. We're number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So comparative period information has been revised. Refer to note 2 for more information. Consists of interest income from cash and balances at central banks, amount due from banks, and cash collateral receivables on derivative instruments, as well as negative interest on amounts due to banks, customer deposits, and cash collateral payables on derivative instruments. They owe money in derivatives. Yeah. Includes interest income on receivables from security finance transactions and negative interest, including fees on payables from security finance transactions. Consists of interest expense on amounts due to bank, cash collateral payables on derivatives, those instruments, and customer deposits, as well as negative interest on cash and balances at central banks, amounts due from bank, and cash collateral receivables on derivative instruments. This includes interest expense on payables from security finance transactions and negative interest, including fees on receivables from security financing transactions. You can go back for the last 10 years, and this note is never there. Not one time. Scary. Just absolutely scary. So, just when you think that UBS has cornered the market on financial prestigitation, enter stage left, the Bank of Japan. While UBS is playing hide and seek with billions, the Bank of Japan is playing Monopoly with real money. And they've long since passed go, collected their $200, brought all the properties, and are now building hotels on Park Place. Let's take a stroll down memory lane and watch the number climb, shall we? On April 10th of 2024, the Bank of Japan, already knee-deep in extraordinary lending operations, with a cool 25,192,500,000,000 yen sloshing around. That's about 171.7 billion in USD, folks. Fast forward to April 30th, and we're looking at 25,094,000,000,000 yen, 171 billion USD. Slight dip, but don't worry, doesn't last long. By May 10th, we're back up to 25,043,000,000,000 yen, 170.7 billion USD. And by May 31st, we've climbed up to 25,107,900,000,000 yen, 171.2 billion USD. The Bank of Japan is warming up, folks. June sees a significant jump. By June 30th, we're at 25,192,500,000,000 yen, 171.7 billion USD. But hold on to your hats, because July is where things really start to get crazy. On July 10th, we're suddenly skyrocketed to 25 trillion 192 billion 500 million yen. Still 171.7 billion USD, but wait for it. And then in a financial explosion that would make the Big Bang look like a firecracker, we hit July 31st with a mind-boggling 28 trillion 989 billion yen. That's 197.6 billion USD, people. And in just 4 months, the Bank of Japan has increased its financial life support by nearly 4 trillion yen, or about 26 billion in USD. It's like watching someone try to fill a Grand Canyon with a garden hose and then deciding that they really need a fire hose attached to Niagara Falls. But here's the kicker. Remember the 2008 global financial crisis, the one that had us all considering a career change to doomsday prepper. Well, the Bank of Japan's support measures then peaked at 12 trillion yen, about 81.8 billion USD. We're not just talking about doubling that number. Oh no. We're more than doubled it. Added another 4 trillion for good measure, and then said, you know what? Let's keep this going. This is the example of Nordchunken. Nordchunken Bank in 2008 decided to go ahead and purchase all these toxic assets. While purchasing these toxic assets and basically putting their money into these tranches in the real estate market. So we are doing AA, AAA, single A, all those tranches that they were buying like hotcakes. By doing that, they thought that they would be able to control the market and that everybody, who's not going to pay their mortgage? Well, during that time, we saw what happened. And they paid the price for it. So they're still holding on to these toxic assets. And by holding on to the toxic assets, what they're doing is they're attaching the USD to it. So here's your hedge funds, here's your banks, here's your family offices, all purchasing this stuff up because they need collateral for their positions. It's crazy. What's more crazy is that I know this is in Japan, but you have, here's it, auction announcement, bid submission, notification of result of counterparties, publication of results. I couldn't find this anywhere. And if anybody out there has it, that'd be great because I would love to finish this up. But this actually has all the participants to this auction. If you look, here are the dates. August 6th, August 13th, 20th, 27th, September 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th, October 1st, 8th. This goes all the way until November. It goes until November, folks. Same thing. This all, I mean, they are just sitting here and just here. Let me empty my pockets. Let me just throw everything out on the table right now. Who wants to buy this crap? Please raise your hand. Who has the best bid on this crap? Going once, going twice, sold to Crap House. This is all crap. Every bit of it. And it gets worse. It gets absolutely worse. So, well, the Bank of Japan support measures then peaked at 12 trillion yen. We're not talking about just doubling that number. Oh no, we've moved more. We're more than double it. Added another 4 trillion for good measure and then said, you know what? Let's keep this going. So what do we have here? On one side of the globe, we got UBS playing 3-card Monte with its balance sheet, making billions disappear and then reappear like a Las Vegas magic show. On the other side, we got the Bank of Japan, whose approach to financial stability seems to be, if it doesn't work, double it. And if that doesn't work, double it again and again and again. It's a high stakes game of financial Jenga, with UBS carefully removing blocks from the bottom while the Bank of Japan frantically adds new ones on top. How long can this persist? Will UBS run out of accounting tricks before the Bank of Japan runs out of yet to print? Or will they join forces to create a financial Voltron of creative accounting and unlimited money printing? One thing's for sure, this makes the 2008 crisis look like a warm-up act. We're not just rewriting the rules of finance here, we're tearing up over the rule book, setting it on fire, and using it to light a fuse on a rocket aimed straight at the heart of economic reality. And that's fact. This does not end well, folks. You thought that 2008 was bad, but I've been saying this for fucking years. This is 2008 times 10 and on crack. And it's not just UBS that's involved in this. This is every single bank, every single central bank. This is everywhere. This is all markets. This is your stocks. This is your bonds. This is your yields. This is your real estate. This is your commercial real estate. This is everything that's trying to hold this together right now. And the minute this fails, and it will fail, ladies and gentlemen, it will absolutely take a shit dive. And when it does, oh my God. Yes, you're hedged correctly. You will get paid. But at what cost? I have to ask that question. And the reason why I have to ask that question is because of the little guy. The little guy that basically doesn't understand this. He may be a news cockatoo. That's fine. But you have governments that are supporting this. You have governments that are sitting here and saying that this is okay. Let's just go ahead and we'll make up something that's great. Like going after corporations for price gouging. That doesn't work. How does that work? How about stealing patents from new businesses? How does that work? You come up with an idea and you have the government that's able to take away your idea and continue outstripping your income? Please explain how that works and how that is a benefit to the American people or any people, anybody. Explain that to me. Well, you can't because you refuse to go on any interview. You are refusing the hard question. And what that says to me is that you're outright wrong. That you don't know what you're talking about. If you can't answer the question, you shouldn't be in the discussion. Plain and simple. So, dear readers, as we watch this financial circus unfold, remember, in this story, the number may be mind-boggling, the accounting creative, and the strategy is questionable, but the potential consequences are all too real. We're watching a high-wire act performed without a safety net, and an audience is in the entire global economy. Stay tuned, keep your life jackets handy, and maybe brush up on your origami skills. You might need to fold your own parachute out of those yen notes flooding the market. Or better yet, Learn how to make a boat, because at this rate, we might need one when the tsunami of liquidity finally comes crashing down. Welcome to the brave new world of finance in 2024, where the only thing more inflated than the balance sheets is the audacity of those managing them. Grab your popcorn, folks. This show is far from over. And something tells me the grand finale is going to be an absolutely spectacular in the most terrifying way. And it's true. This shit show that you're about to witness is going to be the shit show of all shit shows. You are going to witness people that literally lose everything, that don't have a pot to piss in, that don't have two nickels to rub together. They don't. And I know I talk about it, and I'm, it's just because I've witnessed it and I lived through it. The financial crisis in 2008, the one thing that I will always remember, no matter what, in my experience as an underwriter, was underwriting a file by the name of Mr. Penn, P-E-N. It was literally a pen that was purchasing a home, just so one of the MLOs could go ahead and make their bonus. And he wrote up a mortgage that said Mr. Penn. Now, in that world and back in the day, if there was a file that I didn't want to put my name towards, I had a senior underwriter that would basically go ahead and I would pass my files on to. Now, the reason why is because, one, I didn't want the responsibility, nor did I want the blame for something that I knew was just corrupt and crappy. So what did I do? I passed it on to the senior because I wasn't about to claim any responsibility for that. I didn't care. I'm not putting my name on anything like that. So when the numbers finally come out and you look at who's underwritten the most files, I was at the bottom. And that's fine, because I didn't want the responsibility. But my senior, oh, he lost his license because he took on the responsibility of all those files. I didn't want him. And I'm happy I didn't take him, because I did not want that shit show on my hands or on my thoughts. And saying it was because of me. No. Wasn't going to bear that fruit or that responsibility whatsoever. Because if you thought just the mortgage part of it was bad, you also had the second loans or second mortgages, your HELOCs, that were just bad, if not worse. Oh my God, there were dogs that were low, like the family dog that was getting a HELOC on the house. But what we're walking into is made up collateral, made up liquidity. You have it coming from all orifices everywhere. And it's literally just getting passed through. We went from us to the Bank of England to Bank of Japan, Bank of China, down to, I mean, everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And that's why I play that. How much does England owe? Oh, England owes this. How much does Ireland owe? They owe this. How much does this owe? Well, how are they going to pay it? That's a good question. Because that's what this is. This is a musical chairs, hot potato, whichever game you want to call it. And none of it is backed by anything besides a fart in the wind. That is literally all this is backed by. It is absolutely asinine at that just to be a criminal. This is what you get to look out for. I mean, we're just spouting out crime, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is crime on a daily basis. And it's not like they're being creative and figuring out ways to cover this up. Whatever is the easiest way to make this game play for a little bit longer, a little bit longer, a little bit longer. Let's make it wait until after the election, because then we can pass blame onto a different party. It's honestly hard to really think about it. It really is. That's this corrupt. You guys we should have got paid fucking years ago. And we just get to play the game of musical chairs and spotting the corruption and spotting what's wrong and everything else, just to make sure that we have them by the balls in case anything bad happens to our side. Which leaves me to my final word. Ladies and gentlemen, AMC Apes and the Mean Basket Warriors, what we've witnessed here is not just a show. It's a wake-up call. The smoke and mirrors of creative accounting, the death-defying feats of monetary policy, and the disappearing act with billions of dollars are mere entertainment. They're symptoms of a financial system teetering on the brink of chaos. But fear not, for in the darkness we find our greatest strength, knowledge. By shining a spotlight on these financial shenanigans, we've taken a first crucial step towards change. Remember, sunlight is the best disinfectant, and we're here to flood the arena with it. As individual investors, analysts, and concerned citizens, we have more power than we realize. In this age of information, we are the watchdogs, the whistleblowers, and the agents of change. Armed with data, fueled with curiosity, and connected by technology, we can unravel even the most complex financial webs. I pledge to you, my fellow truth seekers, that this investigation doesn't end here. I will continue to dig deeper, to ask the hard questions, and to shine a light on the shadowy corners of the financial world. And I invite each and every one of you to join me in the quest. Together, we can demand greater transparency from our financial institutions and regulatory bodies, support and promote financial literacy education for all, engage with the elected officials to push for meaningful financial reform, use social media and other platforms to spread awareness and share our findings, and collaborate with like-minded individuals and organizations to pull our resources and knowledge. Remember, the greatest heists in histories weren't thwarted by lone heroes, but by vigilant communities standing united against injustice. We are that community. Excuse me for 1 second. I got to blow my nose. Sorry about that. I've been coming down with a cold. So, as we leave the financial circus behind, let's carry with us not just the shock and the awe of what we've witnessed, but a renewed sense of purpose. The future of our financial system and indeed our global economy rests in our hands. The road ahead may be long and fraught with challenges, but with each step we take, each question we ask, and each truth we uncover, we move closer to a fairer, more transparent financial world. A world where banks serve the people, not just their bottom lines, where central banks prioritize long-term stability over short-term gains, where the rules apply equally to Wall Street, tycoons, and Main Street investors alike. So let's leave this tent not with despair, but with determination. Not with fear, but with fierce resolve. The greatest show on earth isn't over. It's just beginning. And this time, we're not just the audience. We're the performers, the directors, and the critics. Together, we'll rewrite the script of global finance. We'll turn the circus into a symphony of transparency, accountability, and equitable prosperity. The curtain may be falling on this act, but the real show, the show of financial reformation and justice, is about to begin. Are you ready to take center stage in the fight for financial fairness? The spotlight is on us now. Let's make it count. And that's truth. That's truth for everybody here. Don't get quiet. Get louder. Understand that people need to be, even the smallest voice needs to be as loud as possible. Because you're coming up on the final act. And in the final act, that's where you get to see me running on the floor screaming, woohoo! And I want you all to be there beside me. I really do. I don't want this anymore. Because this is a game where nobody wins. This is a game where you see everybody just get absolutely pounded on if we let this continue. It's a matter of what you do to make a difference is how this will end. That I can absolutely promise you all. Because I want to be finally in a position where we can go ahead and actually make change. And I definitely want to make sure that my kid has a life that he could be proud of and that he will want to, grow within and be in a position where he can actually make a difference. That's what I want. And with that, I know this is a quick video, but honestly, guys, kind of feel like crap. So I'm going to go. But before I go, I'm going to leave you all with some Alice in Chains here as soon as I can get up to it. And actually, we're going to go with this. But you guys, I want you all to have a wonderful rest of your Sunday night. And then I will see you all during the week. Besides that, have a wonderful day. I'll see you all very, very soon.
And Newfound Glory.
I'm Chad.
Cyrus.
I'm Ian.
And I'm Jordan. And we're going to play an acoustic track right now. It's called Sunny. It's from our Sticks and Stones record.
We've been doing these acoustic songs, and we asked you what you wanted to hear, and this was the most requested song. So,
here we go.
Sunny from Sticks and Stones.
I'm sorry, I heard about the bad news today. A crowd of people around you telling you it's okay, and everything happens for a reason. When you lose a part of yourself to somebody you know, it takes a lot to let go. Every breath that you remember, pictures fade away, but memories forever. An empty chair and all the tables, and I'll be seeing you when all my days boil down. Well, it's better where today. It's really hard to get through tough times and long days, but it really just depends on the season. When you lose a part of yourself to somebody you know, it takes a lot to let go. Every breath that you remember, pictures fade away, but memories forever. An empty chair at all the tables, and always see you when all my days boil down. For now we'll say goodbye. We know it's not the last time I've lost the best part of my day. Well, it's better where you're going anyway. Hey! An empty chair at all the tables, and I'll be seeing you when all my days boil down. For now we'll say goodbye. We know it's not the last time I've lost the best part